The night is darker than ever. Cold wind creeps through the streets, carrying whispers that shouldn't exist. And tonight, they are coming for you. Welcome to Horror Ambient, your gateway to the most chilling tales of ghosts, haunted places, and unspeakable horrors. Stay close, if you dare. It began on a night when the fog rolled in like a living thing, suffocating the sleepy town of Ravenswood. The gas lamps flickered, casting trembling shadows along the cobbled streets. Mara, a freelance journalist with an insatiable curiosity for the occult, had received a letter that morning. It was handwritten, the ink smeared as if the writer had cried or trembled while writing. Find the hollow. Do not ignore the whispers. There was no signature, no clue who had sent it. But something in Mara's gut told her this was no ordinary prank. By twilight, she was driving along a winding road flanked by dense woods. The trees leaned toward the road as though conspiring to block her path. A sense of being watched gnawed at her. Every so often, a shape would flicker at the edge of her vision gone before she could fully focus on it. Mara arrived at the village's outskirts where the hollow began. The locals had long whispered that no one who entered the hollow ever returned the Samor at all. A dilapidated sign read, "Ravenswood Hollow, abandon all light here, Mara, ... Mara parked her car, grabbed her flashlight, and stepped into the gloom. The air inside the hollow was unnaturally cold, smelling of decay and wet earth. Each step she took seemed to echo a little too loudly, as if the trees themselves were listening. Almost immediately, she heard it, a whisper so faint she thought she imagined it. Her heart leaped. She spun around, shining the flashlight, but there was nothing, just the dense fog curling around the gnarled trees. "Mara, come deeper." She froze. The voice was soft, melodic, but unbearably sinister. It tugged at something deep inside her fear, mixed with an impossible curiosity. Her instincts screamed to leave, but the journalist in her demanded answers. As she ventured further, the hollow seemed to stretch unnaturally, twisted in ways that made her doubt the laws of geometry. Shadows moved against the light, lingering just beyond reach. Mara began to feel a presence following her, something patient, waiting, and hungry. Then she found the house. It was a crumbling structure, half swallowed by ivy and darkness. Windows were shattered, doors ajar, and the air around it was thick, almost tactile with the feeling of dread. A single candle burned inside, flickering in the windless air. Mara stepped inside. The floorboards groaned under her weight. The walls were scratched with symbols that seemed to shift when she looked away. A faint laughter echoed from upstairs, childlike, cruel, and hollow. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. "You shouldn't be here. You belong to the hollow now. Mara, ... Mara's flashlight flickered and died, plunging her into darkness. She fumbled for her phone, but the screen showed nothing but static. Panic clawed at her chest. She could hear footsteps now, circling, always just out of sight. The air grew thick, almost viscous, making it hard to breathe. Then she saw it. A figure in the corner, impossibly tall, shrouded in black mist, with eyes that reflected no light. It didn't move, yet she felt it shifting closer, its presence pressing down on her chest. "Why are you here?" Mara whispered, trembling. The figure tilted its head. And then, in a voice that was both every whisper she had ever heard and no voice at all, it said, "To see what you cannot unsee." The candle blew out. The room went black, and the whispers became a roar, dozens of voices screaming at once, calling her name, mocking her, dragging her consciousness into their chorus. Mara fell to the ground, clutching her head, trying to shut out the sound, but it was inside her, in her bones, in her blood. When she opened her eyes, she was no longer in the house. She was somewhere else entirely, an endless, fog-shrouded expanse, filled with distorted shadows. The whispers never stopped. Shapes twisted and writhed just beyond her vision, impossible geometries pressing in. Days, or perhaps hours later, Mara stumbled back into the hollow, or what she remembered of it. The village beyond was eerily quiet. She thought of leaving immediately, but her phone buzzed. Text from an unknown number. "Mara, you are part of us now." Her reflection in a broken mirror caught her eye. Her own eyes were black, bottomless, like the hollow itself. She screamed, but no sound came. She was changed. From that night onward, Mara became the voice in the hollow. Visitors who dared enter heard a whisper on the wind, calling their names, luring them in. Mara. And the cycle continued. No one in Ravenswood spoke of the hollow openly, but everyone knew to avoid it. The fog thickened, the trees leaned in, and the whispers never ceased. Somewhere Mara waits, patient, hungry, calling to anyone foolish enough to come close. If you ever find yourself near Ravenswood Hollow, remember, the hollow remembers, and the hollow wants you. If you enjoyed this chilling journey into the unknown, don't forget to like and subscribe to Horror Ambient. Hit the bell icon to never miss a terrifying tale, and join us as we explore the darkest corners of haunted houses, restless spirits, and unspeakable horrors.